Hi, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Liz Tries. Today it's going to be a little different, and today's episode is Liz Tries Loving Herself. So I know it's been a little bit since I've done any sort of Liz Tries video, and it made me think about my very first video, Liz Tries Doing the Thing, and I kind of got in my head a little bit about waiting to start and not wanting to record myself because my hair wasn't right and my makeup wasn't right, and I felt like, what episode, if any, am I going to do about Liz Tries Loving Herself than having an episode where I'm not wearing makeup and I'm au naturel, so to speak. Well, not au naturel, but you get the point. And again, I realize I haven't done an episode of Liz Tries in a little bit, and I have a couple in the queue. They're all in various states of editing, but I just wanted to do this episode because I think it really is important. Before I get too serious, I just wanted to show you, it's like, I'm just an awkward human being. I literally have a tortilla blanket, so I can be a blanket burrito, okay? This is the kind of person that I am. This is all kind of a part of this. I am trying very hard to love myself. And I thought starting out 2020, it would be a perfect opportunity to do this kind of video, and especially the time of year where everyone's setting resolutions and everyone's trying to be the best version of themselves. I really want to get out there and talk about what it's like to love yourself. Loving yourself can be such a radical act. We are indoctrinated to put other people first, always. We don't want to rock the boat, and we want people to accept us. But let me tell you something. That is bullshit. Yeah, you heard me. That is bullshit. I've learned so much about what it really, truly means to love yourself. And it's not easy. Loving yourself is actually probably one of the toughest things you can do. A lot of people talk about self-care, but what they think about is bath bombs and lighting candles and eating chocolate. What? And while all those things are great, there's just so much more to love. Love. Real unconditional love. Let's just break that down for a second. That means with no conditions. That means not only loving myself when I'm crushing it, when I'm getting all my meal planning done and I'm getting all my work done and my vlog and streaming. I mean, I have my shit together, right? What's not to love? Loving myself also means extending that same love I have to myself on the tough days, on my blanket burrito days, on the days I don't want to crawl out of bed, on the days I'm so exhausted I can't think about anything else. I can't think about the vlog or streaming or anything else. And sometimes the best thing I can do that day is just stand in the shower and sitting with that and being content with that, being understanding with myself. You see, something really clicked for me when I realized that I would never talk to my friends the same way that I talk to myself sometimes. If my friends were going through a rough time, I would do everything I could in my power to make sure that they were loved and they were heard and they were understood. So why wasn't I doing that for myself? I would never call my friends ugly or fat or stupid or anything like that. So why was I doing that to me? And don't get me wrong, I'm all about self-deprecating humor. Hello, I literally call myself an awkward potato and I'm a blanket burrito. But what I've also learned is that sometimes your spirit can't tell the difference, even when you're making up a joke about yourself. If you keep telling yourself, I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat, suddenly you're going to start believing it, whether or not you tell yourself that it's a joke. I've done a number of workout programs, like I'm sure a lot of people have tried to do, and I usually always take those before and after pictures, right? And what I found, half expecting to be a flip book of myself slowly getting fatter and fatter, it was more so just pictures of me looking like an awkward string bean. Yeah, sure, I had a little bit of baby fat or belly fat or whatever, but most of them were of me looking like an awkward string bean, or at best, one of those wacky inflatable arm guys, like, whoo. But you know what? I could not find this fat person in those before and after pictures that I kept telling myself that I was. She just didn't exist. I started being understanding with myself and listening to my actual inner voice, not the one that was trying to tell me that I was fat, because let's be honest, I don't really even know who she is. But she's a liar. So I decided to call myself out on my bullshit and call her out for the liar that she is. I started going with my gut and trusting my gut and speaking my truth. I'm not perfect by any means, but what I've learned about authentically loving yourself and being your most authentic self that you can be is that you are also giving everyone else around you the same permission to be just as radically loving and to be their authentic, true selves around you too. So for this new year and this new decade, I really hope that you start loving yourself radically too. So thank you for joining me on this special episode of Liz Tries and for joining me on my Liz Tries journey. I have a lot of things in store for this new year, including Liz Tries streaming, Liz Tries cosplaying, and so many more ideas. And speaking of ideas, if you have any ideas of things you want me to try, feel free to leave it in the comments, feel free to reach out to me on social media, or even at liztries@gmail.com. Until next time, I'm Liz with Liz Tries.